Hello and welcome to another update video. Today we want to cover ARBITRUM. It's a coin I haven't obviously analyzed before on this channel for a good reason, because this is an Elliott wave channel. Yeah, and with Elliott wave you need a certain chart history to be able to project out into the future reliable wave counts and roadmaps of charts. However, ARBITRUM obviously has a very, very young chart history, and with Elliott wave, but it's not really only Elliott wave. With any technical analysis that you do, you need a certain period of chart history. Otherwise, you have limited data to work with. I nevertheless want to give it a go, because I had a lot of people who asked me also in the channel membership, if I could do a video on ARB. Which I'm happy to do. Let's see if it gets a lot of interest, but it is certainly not a super reliable wave count, okay? And I will explain hopefully in this video to you why, and hopefully you understand a little bit why it may be more useful sometimes if you look for reliable trading and not just aping in. If you look to trade something which is reliable, to pick one of the charts which has a reliable uptrend cycle over cycle, which has a good chart, a good setup, instead of trading something which has a very short chart history, which is completely unreliable. Now, I'm not saying this is bearish, but I'm saying it is completely unreliable, or not completely, but it is to a large degree unreliable because it can easily break. It doesn't have the foundation to build on. It is currently only putting this together. But nevertheless, we can give it a go. A lot of people interested in my take on it, and I'm not talking about the project fundamentally. You know that it's really only from a chart point of view. And with these young coins, to be honest, it may be worth just to a degree, not ignoring technicals, but the technical aspect of it will have less meaning. Of course, understand where the support area is here, but you don't really have the larger cycle. We can really only analyze what we see. And maybe we start with, I want to explain why. Especially in crypto, it seems to be that people always want to try to trade the next big thing. But it's not necessarily what's good for trading, for reliable trading. When you trade, you need to be able to measure your risk and reward. I have no reward here. Where's my reward? The reward, it's in price finding at the moment, yeah? So I do not know really where this can go. I don't have any previous cycle to look at to project out new all-time high targets. It's completely random. So I can measure my risk to a degree because I know where a stop loss needs to be placed, which would be logically here, below the swing low. Because it will crash down below that, right? At least it would be very likely, and there is no support. That's what I mean. You don't really have the level to measure your reward and your risk. And as a trader, you need to be able to do that. If I don't have my parameters, to a degree it's gambling. And that is what, to a large degree, differentiates gambling from trading, because when you trade, you have parameters, clear parameters. You use your mathematical Fibonacci targets, and the pullback areas. You can measure how much money you are going to risk in every single trade. You know your previous trading history. You know how many setups normally work out and things like that. But with a chart that is completely new, it is difficult. Anyway, let's dive into the Elliott wave count. Now, I've seen charts before that start like that, and I want to show you why this is unreliable. I have seen charts before that did this. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, that's what I mean. You don't even know yet, are we in an overall uptrend or not? In a short-term uptrend, yes, but it could do this and it could die eventually. Now, I'm not suggesting it will. I simply don't know. And that's the problem with any technical analysis, okay? Not only Elliott wave. All right, but anyway, let's give it a go. And we want to look at this from a bullish point of view because it starts from down there. It certainly is holding support, so we can give the bullish count a go. But let me tell you that the bullish count, which I'm going to show you, will be invalidated below $1.10. Yeah, pretty much $1.10 in validation of the bullish count. So basically invalidation clearly, and then it would need a different interpretation. All right, so what do we have? We have the idea or the potential that, hey, you know, this is certainly something that you can count as a wave one to the upside. It would be how you can normally start with a wave one here. Then again, it came down here in an ABC structure. Yeah, okay, so this here to me looks like a 5-wave move down very clearly. Because it's a 5-wave move down, I can count it as a leading diagonal in an A wave, then a B wave up and a C wave down. Yeah, 5-wave move down, A, B, C. So you have your wave, you have a possible wave one up and a wave two down. Now, until this is a little bit unreliable because of this spike and things like that, you know, it's a bit, but it's sort of best we have at the moment. 1, 2. Obviously, I cannot count the subwaves in this. This is a bit random. All right, but let's say, okay, so we have a first indication it could be in an uptrend, proper uptrend, okay? Obviously, in here, you've got your 5 waves down in the C wave. Doesn't make sense to show you, maybe, because some people are interested just in learning. So I would think we can count this as a 1, a 2, and then the longest stretch is normally a 3, 4, 5, yeah. You know, when you chart this stuff, do something that seems reasonable. Get to something that you can work with. 5 down works out, yeah. And then within this third wave, you have an extended third, right? Then how do we carry on? Then we have a possible wave one to the upside here. We made a higher low afterwards, so you've got your wave one here. And it looks like another A, B, C structure to the downside actually can be counted quite nicely. And we could then say that we are now in a third wave, but we'll adjust that in a minute. Need to change the wave degree here. And in wave 2, we have A, B, C. See that? Actually, that can be counted quite nicely, to be honest. So maybe I will carry on with that. I mean, it's... and then obviously here you had your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending diagonal in wave C. I don't need to go to that micro level here. Right, so how do we carry on then? Here are two possibilities. I can say this is a 1, 2 setup and all of this is a 3, or this. Don't like how short it is, but we could say this was an W, X, Y. Yeah, I like this more. And then this is a leading diagonal again. So we've got here 1, 2, and then another 1, 2 setup. I'm going to change color in a minute and wave degree. Then you look for the longest stretch. Again, here a possible third wave. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a 3. Here a 4 and a 5. Okay, and then you've got 5 up in wave 3. This seems like a fourth. Now let's define how low can it actually go, this fourth wave. Yeah? Also, proportions to wave 2 and 4 work out quite well together. Okay, so we measure the length of the low of the wave 2 to the top of the third wave. This is the area it can use, okay, in this fourth wave. Now you might say it looks like it's already over the fourth wave. Yeah, it looks like it, but I've seen it many times. These wave 4s, they can be tricky. This is not a reliable fifth wave, I tell you, okay? You know, you might want to label it like that, but I've just seen it often enough that because it is, let's go to the lower time frame. This is questionable as a 5-wave move. That it would certainly be a possibility. It would certainly be a possibility to label this now as another wave 1, yeah? Because you've got 5 waves up complete now. So eventually, let's say if this is over or not, after this 5th wave, we would complete a wave 1, yeah? So basically, wave 1. I need to change the wave degree of the first wave 1, but it doesn't matter now. So this would be a wave 1. If it's finished here already, or if it will get another push, we'll see. But afterwards we would get a wave 2, which would come down quite deep. At the moment, evidence that we are in the wave 2, we would only get that if we break below the 144 level. Yeah, and I mean, we're not there yet, and I will be able to give you a support area for that if we see that coming. At the moment, because wave 4s are often sideways movements, they can stretch out quite a bit. And I don't trust this 5th wave. I mean, from a length point of view, that's fine. And that's why typically you say after the 3rd wave, when you trade the 3rd wave, it makes sense to take some profits and look for another setup. Because the 4th and the 5th are often messy. When you know that, it saves you a lot of headache. But it certainly reached what it needs to reach in a 5th wave, right? It could be an overshooting B wave though. It could do something like that, and the wave B and the wave 4 is still ongoing. Here, A wave down, A, B, C, and B, and then come down once more in C. This is so possible, yeah, because I've seen it so many times. Now, I don't trust this, so I would rather prefer this as a high B wave. We might test the orange box again. But either way, against 144 at the moment, I would say we focus on higher still in a 5th wave. In the alternative, wave 1 is already in. These are the 2 possibilities. But I don't trust this spike to the upside. It doesn't look like a proper 5-wave move. I don't trust it. But I have to trust it if we come down now and come close to 144. Then I might switch my opinion from alternative to primary. So at the moment, we're consolidating at a high level. The thing is, we rallied high, broke down again, okay? At the moment, I would rather say, still we carry on in the 5th wave. So that this wave 1 is not over yet. But if we break below 144, I would have some evidence it's over, and then I will be able to give anybody who wants to use it a possible turnaround and trend reversal area for wave 2. That's sort of the situation we're in at the moment. We can make some speculations here, you know. If this is wave 1 already done, or if this is 1, 2, let me think, did I make a mistake here? No, this would be 1, okay. I mean, what would be target for that 3rd wave, which is going to come, right? Yellow 3, which would be somewhere up there. We can make some assumptions here, just roughly. Length of wave 1 to the low, somewhere here in that region would be, and then it would take it up in a 3rd wave to around 241 minimum, but then it would carry on. All provided the $1.10 level is holding. And that's my take on ARB. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.